like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright y'all, I'm back with some new content. This video features Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Alright y'all, let's get into this video.
The smoke just like I'm a magician. Ain't fuck with me, then she probably was tripping. Lighting them up just like the electricians. Get to
What's
this
up,
money,
y'all?
get high my intentions. Roll me with nut that's as loud as the engine. She fuck with me because I got the vision. I fuck with her when I'm talking, she listen. When we together, we stick to the mission. Sparking that weed up without no permission. She fuck with me because I got the vision. I fuck with her when I'm talking, she listen. When we together, we stick to the mission. Rolling that weed up without no permission.
That money go, let's say that money come, that money go, we stay the same though. That money come, that money go, we stay the same though. We gonna keep the halo behind the head. That's crazy how that always happens. I guess that's how cameras are set up at angles. Thank you for helping you with your birth chart. I helped you so much. If you were there, I want to give some time for a couple more people to come in here. This is one where I'll be talking about the whole situation. Let me see.
So Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., says that he's ready to address all of the drama. Now, guys, what do y'all think? Y'all think he gonna address all of it?
Okay. So just to put this out, this video is because this live is because my baby mother Velvet, amazing woman, she did a live. I don't know when she did it, but I saw it on YouTube. I don't hate her. I don't despise her. So watching her video on YouTube is something that brings me peace, to know that she's okay, to know that she's doing well, which has always been my position, always been my intention. I think it's been misread though. And I think that I have been misconstrued with someone else. We're going to talk about it in a minute. I have notes. I have some things that I'm going to hit point by point. So we're just going to make it through this real cool, real smooth. I didn't want to get too wrapped up in drama. I don't want to get too wrapped up in things that aren't really that important. So what I did was I made notes. Right after I finished listening to it, I had these thoughts. And I just had responses to everything. And you know, my responses are not negative. They're very beautiful responses. They build. So hearing about the schooling situation, hearing about the perspective of me, and the forgiveness and understanding in the Grace for Eligio, this was all beautiful. And I want to give my opinion, and I want to talk about this real quick, but I just want to give this a moment. This is a lesson. I mean, you can get a lesson out of it. This is going to be me talking about my relationships and how they've been, because I know this is going to go beyond Instagram. So if you're here in a live, great, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. If you're just now coming into the live, you don't know who I am. My name is Solar Amore, also known as Courtney Townsend. Courtney Pete Townsend II. And something about me that you need to understand is I don't have essentially one strict occupation It just seems to be my life and what I've learned in it and how I best use those things. And I've been able to make very good moves in my life, so I'm happy. Pop the collar. And very proud of myself, and I found a lot of self-love amidst a lot of, fake love, amidst a lot of insecurity, amidst a lot of toxic behaviors and different things about me being exposed to myself. I have grown a lot. I have evolved a lot. I would never want to take that from anyone. If you've grown and you evolved, kudos to you. Proud of you. See you. God got you. God got us. So I see it's whoever, I don't know who's in here, but let's give it a minute. I want some more people to come in here, people who are expecting to be in this live. I want them to be able to come in here real quick. So I'm gonna vibe real quick. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to say as well is that I want to open the floor at the end of this. I'm gonna make it quick. This is gonna be quick, so I'm gonna hit bullet points. I got bullet points, and I'm gonna not dive too deep into each one because they already weave together. So I want to give an opportunity for people to ask questions, to pose opinions, and to interact in any type of way. I would really like to interact with y'all, and I would really like to hear your opinions, and I'd really like to hear your questions and your concerns. So I plan on teaching. I plan on teaching children. I plan on teaching adults. I plan on teaching old people. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, if you have anything that you need to clarify with me, feel free to use this platform and to use these times, which will be more frequent, to ask me certain questions to help maybe change your perspective. The science we went into in the video before, there's a biology to it. If you ever look at anybody negative or anything negative at all, it definitely only hurts you, ultimately. And it has a biochemical effect. Moods and emotions are hormones. And you create certain patterns and X, Y, and Z, which lead to illnesses. But that same energy can be used to heal you and to evolve you. And you need to create more energy to have more consciousness, consciousness, so that you can focus on higher level things. So you need to cultivate more energy. You can talk about all these things in time, and I want to teach these things. I want to share these things because I'm doing them, and it works. My life has been magic in showers, but now it's raining. And it literally, the more comfortable you get with yourself and your ability, the more stronger the ability. So I'm going to wait for a moment. Enough science. Y'all hate science. We're going to get into the drama in a minute. I don't want the numbers necessarily to be really big, but I do want it to be the people who are expecting this live. So without further ado, I'm going to begin this chill session. Right after this little chill session, we dropping straight into these bullet points. Right after we hit these bullet points, we're going to go ahead and open up for like a form of Q&A or opinions and responses. O&Rs. Q&As, O&Rs. Q&As or, yeah, opinions and responses. Okay. That's what you want when you eat a grape. That's what you want when you eat a grape, baby. That's what you want. Seeds. So yeah, man. I hope y'all been having a fabulous, wonderful, spectacular day. Let us begin this day. If you are in this room right now, or if you are watching this video, wherever you are, at any time, because maybe thousands of people are going to watch this video, let's take this moment to breathe. It's potential, so let's put it in here. When you inhale, expand your diaphragm, breathe into your core, try to hold that energy, and as you hold it, I want you to attempt to bring it up to your head. Okay? So, exhale. If you're brave enough to breathe, exhale. Let it all out. Inhale through the nose slowly. Release it. And that's just to calm us down. That's just to be a little bit more present. There's a reward in doing those breaths, in doing meditations. Being present is definitely a reward. This is where you start taking back your focus, your energy. That is definitely one way that you can start to build your energy. There's nothing else that you can do. Take a deep breath. It will heal your body in all dimensions. Okay? So let's let some more people come in here. Y'all go ahead and ask me questions if you want. I might respond to you right here, but I'm just going to wait for a moment and let some more people come in here. I like this. I want to play this. I know some really good music. And all this music I'm playing, I'm allowed to play. Hey, y'all like my outfit today? Hold on. I like it. You know what shoes we complimented it with? The Walmart house shoes. Yeah. I'm thirsty. We got some options. You can go Operating Coco or Sky High. We're gonna rinse off with some Sky. How we drink water, baby. Treat yourself how you want to be treated. Okay? You know, it's crazy, man. I just want to be a dad. You know, when I read my own chart, all I see is unconditional love. And I've read a lot of charts now. And this one, it's just present. You see, I love me. I study my chart. I read my chart. One thing I know about me are my flaws.
All right, y'all. So I am back with another great read. This is the Goddess Affirmation book, authored by Janae. Some of you may know her as Nateri. She is an ex-Carbonation member, and she has authored this amazing book. The book is available on Amazon.com. Just search for the Goddess Affirmation book, authored by Janae Newell.
Right. One thing about my flaws, I didn't know where they came from. True. Nobody really has flaws. You just have fears. There's nothing wrong with you. You perfect. Every mistake, every toxic moment you've ever had, it's perfect. To trigger them into triggering you, or from you being triggered into triggering them. You see, I'm willing to gamble 98, 99% of relationships are toxic. Why? Because a toxic relationship contains toxins. Now let's ask ourselves, what is a toxin? You know the answer to that? Vanilla or vanilla coconut incense? What y'all think? Vanilla or vanilla coconut incense? What you don't agree on? Because there's nobody to be in competition with. And there's no one else to please other than yourself. So, if you have any form of shortcomings or toxic ways, know that that's normal. Know that I'm not excusing toxicity. No, that's not what I'm doing. But what needs to be done is to understand the journey of life. You didn't come here to be perfect. You came here perfect. And that perfect you is responding to everything around it the way only you uniquely would do it. You don't gotta ask somebody to be themselves. What we need to do is we need to ask people to stop trying to be things that they're not. Believing that you have to be what they told you gotta be. I realized one of my most toxic traits, especially as a parent. You know, one of the most toxic parenting traits that I learned about myself, that I picked up and passed on. You want to know what it is? Somebody put a flower in a room. Put a flower in a room if you want to know what it is. One of my biggest...
I'm going to say that the trait he picked up is being a deadbeat dad, because he still has not held his daughter, baby Azuli, in his arms, and she is getting ready to be 3 months old.
Room if you want to know what it is. One of my biggest flaws with educating children educating my friends and even myself, making moves from this place. You want to know what the mistake is? Put a flower in the room. I just want to see a flower or two. If you put out healthy, loving, and positive energy, that's what you get. That's right. But it's really because that's what you are. A rose. Great choice. Great choice, a rose. So this is one of my most toxic parenting behaviors that I had to learn, heal, and grow. I didn't know where it came from though. So I had to look into my past. I had to look into my lineage. I had to do work. You know what I found out? When you grow up middle class or lower, you're taught to be okay with less. It's not that the value is in the thing, the item. This is rainwater. Granted, it's very high quality rainwater. What makes it special is how it came to me. Our beliefs, indeed, bring us our realities. What we put out, indeed, comes back to us. One thing that I experience from this pure, clean water, these pure, true emotions, is that I believed that I deserved the best. But I had to shift into that. The trait that I passed on, and this is how I did it, is whenever one of my little cousins or one of my friends or somebody was going through something and they knew what they wanted versus what they were receiving. And the problem is, instead of reinforcing our friends sometimes and being like, hey, get what you want. How can you get what you want in the situation that you're in? Is it possible? Possible? Is it possible? Communicate it. You have than other people. Matter of fact, think about all the things that you could be grateful for. This is a trap. This is a trap. This is a parent trap. You see, the parents lived a certain life where they learned certain things, and certain things were passed on to them, and certain things were demanded from them. And when the child says, I want this, or I want that, and we tell them because we're not capable to provide them certain things, or because we can't adjust our certain things about us, or our jobs, or upgrading certain things, or certain things that we got going on in relationships, or refusal to heal them, to where the child is not able to have what they so desire. You tell the child, hey, be grateful for what you got. Be grateful for what you have. This reinforces an idea that they're ungrateful, and it also reinforces an idea that their worth and their standards are off, and they need to learn how to get through life without the very thing that they deserve and they desire. By a show of hands, how many people have lived a life where they were okay with not having what they desired because of their money, because of how many kids they got, because of your job or your ability in any form of a skill or craft? Don't let none of these things cause you to doubt yourself. You see, the thing about children is that the first 7 years, they're being programmed by actions. You're not supposed to consciously get a child to understand anything. You're not supposed to do that. A child is not conscious until about the age of 7. You don't teach them certain things. You show them certain ways. This is another one of my mistakes. Not realizing that the child is merely going to imitate and reflect the values that I uphold in the household. As obvious as that sounds, we forget it. You see, I was raised with great discipline. I was raised cleaning with toothbrushes and floors. This was not torture. This did not make me a bad person. You know what it did? It gave me a lot of my strong qualities. Seeing things through to the end. Not giving up. There's a difference between not giving up after being denied and not even trying. Or
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but what does this have to do with what Velvet said? What does this have to do with the abuse allegations that Velvet made? She indicated that Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., broke baby Eliana's tooth. So what does any of this that he's talking about have to do with this? And how about the fact that she called him a slave, a peasant, and a servant? Like, okay, what does any of this have to do with any of that?
Being denied and not even trying or believing that you're worth what you know you deserve. Very disciplined child. But I was taught that you gotta work for what you got. But in my experience, everything that I've worked for, I don't have. The work was the reward. Because the connections rewarded me in a whole nother way. Not for the work that I did, but for the character and the qualities that I hold. Back to the toxic topic. Everybody's toxic to the degree that they have toxins. And everybody's in relationships. If you can have a toxic relationship, it says something about you. So, I've erased that idea. And instead, I've decided to go bigger and look at the world and the universe and God and everything God is doing as a teacher. As a teacher, for me to make shifts and evolve and grow. Now here's the miraculous part. Here's the magic. Is that when you actually make these changes in behavior and mentality, right then, the shift happens. Guys, every time, the shift always happens. Whenever I do a meditation and I believe in myself and I completely release and let go and surrender power, the universe gives me everything, better than I could have asked it for. Better timing too. And when I get the thing, I'm grateful for the lesson. You see, what makes a person a toxic person is the inability for them to see what they could have done. And they externalize it to any degree. It was him, it was her, it was that, it was the crack on the floor, it was this, it was that. Because all those things can be reverted back to one place. Your focus. Your belief systems. the subconscious mind. Healing is the journey of life. You're not here, not at this time in the cycle, to be healed and done and over with. You're here to heal continuously for humanity. Starting with yourself. The best contribution you can make to humanity is the best you and the most healed you. It goes into the collective. The best reward for your child is the most healed version of you. Giving yourself what you know you deserve. Not demanding it from anybody, but demanding it from yourself. Like somebody else had said in this live earlier, you attract what you are, essentially. Be grateful for every ex, for parents, any guardian you've ever had. Not for the fact that you had them or didn't have them. Be grateful for your experiences. Be grateful for what you've learned and the lessons and what you've become. But now it's time for you to choose what you become. Because what you choose to become is then going to breed the reality that you want. I've been walking around up and down the streets with nothing, giving to everyone, because I felt like it was the right thing to do, and I'm always going to have more. I got infinite love for the world. This has been a great chill session. So now I think that I want to start addressing the main points. You got a pretty stable number. I like this number. I like this number. So let's start with number 1. We're gonna get vulnerable here. Straighten our spine. You see, toxic. He thinks everybody is toxic but him. And yes, this is a direct response to you, Velvet. I'm addressing you, Velvet, yes. This is all I got from you. That's okay, because all I want to know is where you are. Call me toxic. Call me crazy. I call it love, understanding. I call it maturity. And I also call it emotional intelligence. And I'm very proud of myself for healing and developing to stand on that square. That I am indeed connected to something divine. Through my actions. Meditations. Yoga sessions. Honesty. Moments that you've seen with me and my mother, lashing out, crazy yelling. If only you knew where it came from. And the way you responded to me was, you're better than this. Call me crazy for loving somebody that saw the best in me at all times. That's on my list of partner partners forever. That's always gonna be my list of what I need. That's always gonna be there. So thinking everybody is toxic but him. I think that everybody has to be toxic to a degree because of the world that we're in, and the influences, and how the subconscious mind works at all, at any age. So I think that these steps and what I teach and what I have to offer is for everybody of all ages. The earlier the better. It's the mind and the life that you're talking about here. Time you can't get back, so age becomes a thing. But ultimately, I believe that there's people who choose to heal, and there's people who choose to stay at any level. These snakes represent the ascension process through the Kabbalah tree. They represent Kundalini energy, and I keep 2 of them because it's a journey. And one is silver, one is gold, the sun and the moon. To unify the body, the emotions, the mind, to the soul. And to know that I'm that bridge in between. And that is what free will is. I've taken the time to harness this energy. This is sexual energy. This is the same energy that creates your children. This is the same energy that you can heal with. I believe that there's some people who choose to harness that energy, and there's people who choose to not harness that energy. And I think that whether you choose the right hand or the left hand path, all roads lead to the source. Whether you choose to travel down to the root or you travel up to the fruit, you're still connected to the tree, baby. So I look at us all as one. I just know that I'm here to play my part as my purpose. I don't know everybody's purpose. I don't know what's to come. But I know right now, that is one for all and all for one. So I work on me. And I think that that's admirable to anybody, to any degree. So I like to say I'm not toxic, but I'm healing. I've had toxic ways and toxic traits. I can clearly see things that I've done where I would now never teach my child or approach my child in certain ways. Made certain mistakes to realize that there's certain ways you don't even talk to them. Certain ways that you need to understand how you need to behave for you to be around them. Why it's important to be around your own child. Because of the intimate lessons and connection there. And the healing that can truly be done and the work that can be done with a father, a mother, and their child. It's the Holy Trinity. That's a complete person. That's a human. Father, mother, and child. That's the most beautiful thing that I can think of. That's what it's all about. That's what this is all about. It's father, mother, and child. There's nothing more important than that. And you gotta be the best you. Not to attract the best father, mother, and child, but to be the best father, mother, or child. You have gifts to give them. The gift you were given is called the present. How you use it determines everything. I can't do nothing but work on myself. I can't do nothing for anybody else but continue to heal. And to be a walking testament. I don't come here for war. I'm an angel. I come here to bring love and to appreciate and to show gratitude. I am an example. Man. Not a program, indoctrinated man. I went through that phase. I went through a phase of unprogramming into reprogramming into something almost even worse. Feeding off of the same traumas. That I don't deserve love. That I don't deserve the things that I desire. The idea that I have an impure heart for everybody is false. Nobody has an impure heart. The idea that you do is the toxin that flows through your heart. A toxin is nothing more than...
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., is taking this opportunity to just regurgitate Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three Gods talking points. He's not addressing anything to do with Velvet or the allegations of abuse, so there must be some truth to what she said.
A toxin is nothing more than something that takes up space on the cell, that blocks the cell from receiving its original signal that it's meant to receive. So that means you being you. A toxin is something that blocks that space, that won't allow you to be you. It's the same thing that blocks the chakras. A toxin. It's what causes you to release hormones into the bloodstream that are not ideal for what you want for yourself, but your body's addicted to. I just know what it takes. And it's not easy to get up and meditate and breathe and choose to see the best in life. To choose to see the best in yourself. To look at the darkest parts of your life and still find out what you could have did to make it work. To forgive yourself. That's just a step. Because in the attempting to forgive yourself, you're going to realize something. There's nothing to forgive. It's either you choose to be happy today or you don't. And if you hold on to anything negative for anyone in your heart, or anything in your heart, that is a toxin to some degree. And it can play out. And let this person disappear that you had this bad experience with. You move forward with this belief is still there. When you remember that person, you remember the negativity that's still in your heart. It doesn't even exist. That's where sickness and disease and stress comes from. You see, the tears that I cry are tears of joy for knowing that I'm doing what it takes. I'm growing. I deserve everything that I have coming to me. Because I'm him. But nobody can do that for me. I gotta choose that. So you choose that or you don't. I'm not saying no one else can do that and no one else can make that. I'm saying everybody should make that decision. It's not exclusive to me. I don't think I'm better than everybody else. One for all and all for one. If I don't make it, I failed us. That's how I see it. Providing the life the children deserve. The life I believe that our children deserve is a healed, example of parents. I think that, yes, this can be done with another person, but I also think that if it's possible, and even if it's done with another person, still, if possible, should that actual parent still intimately be involved with their child to the degree where they're able to build a relationship and an understanding with them and teach them and can guide them? Even if there's no relationship, these are things that I consider. My ideal life that I believe my child deserves, at minimum, is me at my highest degree available to them, or at least on that path, because we may never get there. That might be an infinite space. This might just be a beautiful infinite journey of love that we've just started. These are the ways that I look at life. These are the ways that I want my child to think. I want them to believe in themselves in every way. I want them to see it. There's some things that you can't teach with words. There's lessons for me and the child, lessons for you, lessons for the child, from the child. As that triangle rotates, we're here to heal each other and to guide each other and to keep each other, not chastise each other, not break each other down and beat each other up and throw each other away. You're not supposed to throw away the team. You're supposed to heal. When you a medic, you a medic. You a warrior. Why are you running? You're a medic. The team fell. Help them. You're a mage. Go learn some shit and do some cool things that they could never have thought of to save the situation. Don't complain that they're dumb. Go be smart. Everybody plays their part, we just all win. But the way we've attacked each other in the past is always a loss. Because it's not love. The dreams and the nightmares of me stem from harboring and creating a habit out of a negative perspective of Solar Amore, when there were so many beautiful things to think about, so many beautiful things to remember. I know whatever negative is being thought about me must be embellished, because it doesn't outweigh. It's just more relevant. But it's not relevant for the healer. If I was someone who refused to see my flaws, then there'd be something to worry about. But I'm someone who's open to hearing about them and open to researching them myself if no one is going to tell me. And then when I'm on my own time, I think about it. I'm constantly making sure I'm in the pilot seat of my life. As a hermeticist, as a magician, as an occultist, as an artist, as a human, as a man. The dreams come from harboring a negative habit of thinking about it in a negative way, or suppressing it. And the subconscious mind just feeds off of it, and any form of resistance is always going to make it a nightmare. We can all dream about clowns. For people who resist clowns, it's going to be a nightmare for them. Versus people who don't, it's going to be like whatever. It'll be like whatever. Same thing. So that's the difference in a nightmare between any other type of dream. It is you. It's not me. It is your connection to your spirit. You're not crazy. But it's telling you how you're thinking about me, how you view me, what's going on in.
Y'all see how Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., sitting there with his legs crossed like he a whole live female? This dude is definitely sassy, y'all. This is Sassy Solar.
But it's telling you how you're thinking about me, how you view me, what's going on in your mind with me. I don't dream of those things. If I ever dream about you, it's probably going to be something very beautiful. I don't recall too many dreams like that, but all I know is that we're connected. Yo, look at this shit. Look at that, bro. Like, that's only happened one other time in my life. It's crazy. Same as Xbox. And the last time it was during the great awakening for me. It's crazy. So anyway, so vulnerability of my toxic ways. Yeah, so I think that the toxic ways show up in our lower selves. Okay? So I think for me, a toxic trait could easily be people pleasing. For sure. There's so many toxic traits that we can go down the list of, but we're not going to. But I want it to be acknowledged that we could. That's something that we should be able to do for ourselves. And I don't make light of the situation, but I'm so healed because when you're healed, you're just loved. And I can't hold a negative thought for too long without either coming up with the solution, going into some form of understanding or upgrade or lesson that I got from it, or just being grateful for how this situation even happened in itself. I do, because I come from a low position, I do appreciate high value things, but at the same time, high value things don't really do anything for me. It's the fact that I manifested it. It's what I had to become to get those things. It's what I had to let go to get those things. And I just want to say that I'm at peace with myself if however the situations play out at any regard. I know what I want. What's going to happen is going to be what's best. It's going to be what God wants. And I want what God wants. So I'm always going to be good. I'm always going to be happy. And I'm always going to be working. And I'm always going to want the connection with my child. Teaching by action. Yeah, all knowledge. So I went over that one already. So all knowledge is accessible to you already. Everybody at any age. The thing to me is that it's not about teaching everybody everything. It's not about having top knowledge. It's about being the best example that you could be. It's about applying what knowledge you do have to evolve and to master yourself at higher degrees. That's why soul redemption is all about sovereignty in all dimensions. Because I don't want you to be mastered just here, here, or here. I want you to be mastered in every degree. You see, my chart is set up to where I don't care about this stuff, bro. I don't care about fancy shit. I do, I have it, I'm used to it, but it's a standard to me. It's a standard, it's a norm to me. I don't value it. What it took for me in this lifetime to get back to this space is ridiculous. And the timing that it came in made sure that I knew that it came from that lesson. I'm glad y'all talking. I'm about to do some questions in a second. If you got any opinions or questions, I'm about to answer them in a quick moment. If you want to cam up. If you want to just type. Either way, if you got questions, I'm about to answer your question. So next, I feel so that's just one of the points. Okay. Yeah, all right. So everybody's coming in with some form of generational curses from their parents. I believe that. I believe that the first 7 years of a child's life, it is important to have them around you a lot all the time if you're a great example. Because they're learning from how things are being done. So to any degree, it's not about what you're teaching the child. It's about what they're being exposed to. That's it. That's just it. First 7 years, what are they being exposed to? Feelings and emotions. That's it. After 7, you get cognition at a different degree in the mind, to where it's conscious and it can start to comprehend and do math at different levels, and it's just more comprehensive at that degree. Children can learn these things, but it's because they're taking advantage of that sponge state. They're not. The math, it's crazy because I think it's an awesome time to take advantage of whatever, but if you don't know your child and you program them like really hard in one direction without really knowing them and allowing them to flourish on their own as well to a certain degree, then you're going to be missing out on certain things. I feel like I have a hand up on everybody because I know astrology. I think as an astrologist, I get to directly look at their chart, their energies, and I get to understand what to do, what not to do for them, what to expect from them, what not to expect, you know, how I need to be with them versus their brother or their sister. Those things matter. They're completely different people. You got to teach them in completely different ways, but you got to be yourself. So understanding someone else is important if you're going to deal with them. Now, how could you do that if you didn't start with you? See why it always comes back to that? That's why it always comes back to that. But I'll move forward. If you got any questions, hold your questions. I'm about to answer your questions. I really want to hear them. I really want to answer them. Like, yeah, I like that stuff. So yeah, deprogramming and then reprogramming. I feel like the deprogramming stage, you have to literally acknowledge like everything about you. If you're gonna number one, know that you need to deprogram. You need to have like a list. I've done that multiple times, and I create my own affirmations and listen to them at night. And each one is literally an anti-affirmation to each thing that I need to let go of. You could go to any degree with understanding yourself and mastering yourself. Meditation is great. Focusing, reading, all these different things, gaining information, studying the world today. To a certain degree, there's lessons in everything. But you got to know who you are. You got to give yourself what you need. Deprogram. Honestly. Completely. It's really not even that hard. I'm going to be honest with you. It's just lengthy. Reprogram. This literally can be within a month. Reprogramming and deprogramming, letting go of old habits to bring in new ones. However, you got to be that honest with yourself. You really do. Especially as a parent. As a parent, you got to really realize that you may not be completely healed in certain areas. Therefore, your child has been forced to be in a certain position. And because you didn't grow or heal to that certain degree, they may have been turned down certain things that they wanted and desired in this lifetime. And that's not their fault. Ultimately, if there's something that only you could have provided, but at the end of the day, they still grew and became who they. You can have that argument all you want. It's just a reflection of you. So I choose to see I want to see the best in them, my child, and the mother of my child. So I got to be the best me. I have 2 baby mothers. I wish the best upon both of them as I wish the best upon myself. Don't wish them any less than me.
All right, y'all. A word from Rambo, aka Wild Quetzal.
What up, y'all? I'm excited to share an offering that I've been putting a lot of intention and energy into. It's called Wild Brotherhood, and it's a community for conscious, intentional, sovereign-seeking men who are wanting to come together, build themselves up, develop themselves, and level up in all domains of existence. So there's 2 parts to the Wild Brotherhood. I'll explain it very simply. The first part is a monthly membership that includes weekly video calls, a group chat, access to a network of men who have different skill sets. We will intertwine that with one another, as well as priority access to the in-person events, which is part 2, the gathering.
Y'all be sure to check out Rambo at wildbrotherhood.com. Any men out there who are interested in building with like-minded men, check them out.
I wish them as much as possible. So yeah, gratitude. There's 2 ways you can think about me. You can either hate me or love me. You can love me or you can hate me. And if you hate me, that doesn't hurt anybody else but you. If you love me, that is a healing energy towards you. Boom. Biology. That's for everybody. It's a perspective. It's a choice. That's you. You the perspective. You the point. Do you want to look at somebody in this light or in this light? You got a choice. And each one has a hormonal response with a correlating emotion. When you're at love, you don't even care about what happened. You're just open to the best opportunities for everyone. As long as you're getting what you need. Sometimes we might not get what we need, or we might get exactly what we need. But we may not be where we need to be. And this is where separations always occur. Because somebody wants to grow this way, someone wants to grow this way. But if the purpose is true, and if things are honestly aligned and divine, there's, without a doubt, it's in your heart, it's in your life, it's just clear indicators. Go ahead. The red flags that are raised for me, I don't understand them. Because I feel like I'm an amazing human being. I'm an amazing man, I'm an amazing father. And I think I'm an amazing candidate to any woman. Oh, for a legacy, for a kingdom, to build a life in, for romance. But all in all, I believe that forgiveness is a result of love. And I feel like as long as we're all healing and growing, the rest is just for the birds. It's just whatever. I think that whatever can make you happy. And I think that if we're talking about giving the best that we can to our children, we need to become the best that we can. And we need to sacrifice ourselves,
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I just can't take Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., seriously. With him sitting there with his legs crossed like that, y'all. I'm sorry.
We need to become the best that we can. And we need to sacrifice ourselves, sacrifice our addictions to our bad habits and emotions to any degree to become the highest level of life and unite in love only. And that is what the children need to see. That is what the children need to know. Self-love turning into real love, vegan, high vibrational, knowledge of self, seen and unseen knowledge, emotion, a movement. I'm available, y'all. I'm about to do another one. I'm gonna answer some questions in this next one, okay? Y'all wanna come back and answer some questions? I'm about to do another one and save this. But that's pretty much my response. I appreciate her for everything that I've learned from her. And, I appreciate for all the love that she showed me in this life. And I'm just so grateful for Velvet Marquez.
All right, y'all. I've selected a few clips to share with you guys from the live that Velvet did. Also, guys, please be sure to check out Lisa Says What. She has the receipt in which Velvet accuses Solar of abusing baby Eliana by breaking her tooth.
You want to get everybody involved to be in my inbox to apologize on the behalf of you. And you try to tell people how you care about me. You don't care about me, Solar. You don't. You care about me. You don't care about me, Solar. You don't. I don't give a fuck about when nobody say, you can say I'm bashing my baby father and all of this shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. This nigga is harassing me through other people at this point. I don't like it. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop trying to apologize, acting like you like me, acting like you love me, acting like all of this shit. You're fantasy. You're in a fanatical, delusional ass world just like your father. And you need to get it together. This shit that's going on between me and Janae doesn't even need to be going on. But it's going on because of people like you. Drama. You want shit that you don't deserve. You try to get in the middle of shit on the behalf of somebody else and you're fucking failing in life because of it. You can't try to be somebody's disciple, minion, puppet, whatever the fuck you want to call it, slave, and expect people to fuck with you. You haven't cared about nobody that you have come into contact with as far as I'm concerned. And I can't believe that, you know what? I can believe it because you are the son of a fucking devil. Quite literally. This shit that's going on between me and Janae doesn't even need to be going on. But it's going on because of people like you. Drama.
I hope you guys enjoyed those clips. If you want to see the full-length video, it is uploaded on my channel. And also, don't forget to visit Lisa Says What. She has the receipt in which Velvet accuses Solar of breaking baby Eliana's tooth. And while you're over there at Lisa Says What, be sure to comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Also, guys, she has great content, so you might want to go on ahead and subscribe.
Love that she showed me in this life. And I'm just so grateful for Velvet Marquez. She's amazing. Thank you, Velvet, for everything, who you are. And I release you with love. And if you're just a butterfly, y'all know how that goes. I'm just gonna keep being loved myself. And that's where I'm gonna be at. Living in light on that plateau. Let's go. Solar Amore, baby. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Way more real than I thought. Like, yo, that was me, like, really understanding a lot of the healing and growth that I've actually done. Like, amazing, bro. Like, proud of you, G. So, yeah, it's interesting. I'll save this, don't worry. Yeah, let's play my music this time around. That was a vibe. Like, that was a whole vibe. But yeah, you want to cam up, you can. If you want to just type in your questions. You asked me a question today.
All right, y'all, go ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
You did text me a question. You sure did. Hold on. How do I? Okay, PC. Yeah. Fuck you mean? Yeah. Alright, man, back on Rodeo. I'm playing. I just all the Gunna songs. Hold on. I fucked with Gunna, yo. I'll play some beats on May. Let me play some beats on May real quick. A little Red Velvet. Oh yeah, I love this shit. So let's see what questions we got. That's so crazy. Me and her, we got the same. I could not stop looking at that when I was watching the video. What was the question? Oh, hold on. Let me turn the speaker. What was the question? I did not open that text. Do I want to do the fast version? Let's do the slow version. Okay. You're probably not gonna answer the question for real. No, wait. No, I'm gonna answer it maybe. Open it when you get off here. Okay, I'll check it out. That was some good stuff. That was a good. Those tears that I cried earlier, I like when I cry, bro. Because it should be real. I don't cry. I really don't be crying. And so, like, it really gotta be like an opening. Things really be opening for me. Like, that's where my tears come from. I don't really be crying because I'm sad. I be crying because I'm connected. Like, when I feel connected, I cry. Like, when I feel people, then I can embody it and I can see it. I might be looking at you, but I'm somewhere else. I'm looking at something. That's the 12th house. 12th house Sun, 12th house Mercury. That's Pisces. I'm a Gemini Pisces, so I travel through a lot. Like, I have a lot of empathy. I have a really pure heart. Like, I have a lot of compassion. I'm always open-minded to every degree. So, yeah, that's how that works. I didn't see no questions. So somebody just said they're scared to ask me the question. I don't know what's so scary. Crying isn't a bad thing. Sometimes I realize it's needed. So there's realizations, right? But for me, it just be the connection itself. It just be like feeling that transition energy really just grateful. Like, oh, it feels like a release because we're not normally there. That's where you should normally be. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, like I said, I'm a human. I'm not toxic. I'm just healing like the rest of y'all. And I'm just doing a really good job. And I'm really consistent. And it's amazing because it's things that I could have always done. I'm doing things that I could have always done. But the quality of where I'm at right now is based off of how I've been thinking up to this point. It could have been better, it could have been worse. But I'm so grateful I went through what I went through. And I'm so grateful for knowing what I know now. And if I could go back, I would fix it perfectly. If I could go back into the past to any level, I could fix it, right? With what I know now. So that's a trophy. It is what it is. You can say it went how it went. I learned what I learned, how I learned it. But to go back and look at the situation that this toxicity existed in and be able to correct yourself.
All right, y'all. So I am back with another great read. This is the Goddess Affirmation book, authored by Janae. Some of you may know her as Nateri. She is an ex-Carbonation member, and she has authored this amazing book. The book is available on Amazon.com. Just search for the Goddess Affirmation book, authored by Janae Newell.
At the situation that this toxicity existed in and be able to correct yourself. That's healthy. That's healthy. That's all you need to do. It's not about being a toxic person and not being a toxic person, because you could be a not toxic person and just turn toxic. It's not about that. It's about knowing how to navigate you. It's about knowing how to master you. Oh yeah. So I forgot to say that. I was saying I wanted to fight fire with flowers. So I did feel hurt. Not hurt, but I was just like, really? Like, he's toxic. He's toxic, whatever. That nigga, toxic. No, I'm not. Then I'm sitting here like, dude, no, that's not me. So in my opinion, I was like, I'm gonna fight fire because that's what it felt like. I'm gonna fight fire with flowers. And what that means is, I'm like, well, isn't that stupid? Because the fire would burn all the flowers. Why would you fight fire with flowers? It's done, you lose. I'm like, nah, love wins. Because if I fought you with flowers, what happens is after a lot of fires, there's a lot of seeds. And the seeds just grow in the nutritious soil and make a new forest. Stronger, healthier, like these new nutritious things, like, or it can get swept away easier. The seeds, they can get away and they can go to different islands and around the world and travel and spread. So flowers win. And I used to say this to people. I'm like, you're not killing the earth. You're killing livability on the earth for humans. Like, I always knew that. Like, when I was a child and they were talking about global warming, I'm like, dude, we're not killing the earth. They're like, you're killing the earth, don't do that. I'm like, you can't kill the earth, bro. You can kill yourself, and collectively, we can kill our ability to live here. I mean, that goes through our behaviors. It goes through a number of things, but you can see that. I choose gratitude, forgiveness, appreciation. Gratitude, appreciation, things like that, and my life just gets so much better. We got one question. Look at that. What is your best advice to manage / control emotions? Well,
Now, y'all, that person that just asked that question is either truly lost already or is about to be lost if they're going to take advice from Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr.
Emotions. Well, first thing I would want to understand is, what are emotions? Emotions are simply hormones being released from the hypothalamus into the bloodstream, creating a certain response with your cells in your nervous system. And creates this perception that something is happening to you in any type of way that feeds this emotion. So, for example, you could be in a room where everybody's wearing hats and you have a trauma against hats and you're just terrified in this room. That's your emotion. So how do you control that emotion? You gotta realize that you're terrified of hats. So you gotta realize just how you feel. At the end of the day, it's just so funny to me because we have so much more control than we think. You're not just gonna control your emotions. That's like a level. Like, I wouldn't let you just sit there. Control your whole self. You gotta understand who you are. And you gotta look at life as a game. You gotta figure out, in any situation, how is this helping me? You're never gonna be able to control your emotions if you're not in control of yourself. If you're not locked into your purpose, you're gonna constantly be put in situations that are gonna have you stressing out. So, you gotta lock into your purpose. It doesn't matter the situation. The situation will develop. And from wherever you are right now, you're always in a perfect place to pivot. Perfect place to pivot. Triple pivot. Yeah. You're always in a perfect place to pivot from where you are right now. So as long as you can have that knowing and understanding within yourself embedded, daily meditations, things like that, then at the end of the day, when it's a moment where you're approached with something that might control your emotions, you'll have more control of yourself than what that situation is displaying. So now, you might have naturally been angry with this person for doing something to you. You no longer have to be angry with them because you're in control of yourself. You realize that it could be, you're not even looking at the person. It's so much bigger than the person. You took something so completely different from that. So that's your focus. If you lack focus, this is because you need to build up your energy. You need to cultivate your energy. You might not have enough energy. So you can't think of higher frequency things that requires more energy. Energy is consciousness. So you want to go higher consciousness, or you want to make improvements in your life, then you need to raise your energy level.
All right, y'all. A word from Rambo, aka Wild Quetzal.
What up, y'all? I'm excited to share an offering that I've been putting a lot of intention and energy into. It's called Wild Brotherhood, and it's a community for conscious, intentional, sovereign-seeking men who are wanting to come together, build themselves up, develop themselves, and level up in all domains of existence. So there's two parts to the Wild Brotherhood. I'll explain it very simply. The first part is a monthly membership that includes weekly video calls, a group chat, access to a network of men who have different skill sets. We will intertwine that with one another, as well as priority access to the in-person events, which is part 2, the gathering.
Y'all be sure to check out Rambo at wildbrotherhood.com. Any men out there who are interested in building with like-minded men, check them out.
Ways that you raise your energy is by reclaiming it from places it doesn't need to be. So maybe this person's name is in your mouth too much. You see, there's only one person I necessarily talk about, but I look at that person as me. I don't look at everybody else like that. I've looked at other women, and it's funny. Let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about this. Just because we're talking right now, right? Oh yeah, let's talk about this one. The women. Let's talk about this one. Hold on. We're gonna talk about this one. So, hold on. So, people tell me to move on. People say you obsessed, you this, that. I'm like, nigga, this is my family. Somebody hates me off of a perspective that isn't the reality of who I am. I believe in healing, and I believe in time and space. And if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. That's what I believe, okay? how's the experience been with the women? Right? Let me ask myself this question. This is what's happened. So it comes back to purpose. When I deal with anybody else who hits me up or any other women who hit me up, and this is for y'all, probably just the whole chat is probably just the women, you know. At the end of the day, one thing I want to say to y'all is that God is going to tell me. And what God's been saying to me is, be the best father for your family, even though you're not able to be there right now. That turned into me being my best self. That was how the universe wanted to teach me and spur me onto this route of love. Fatherhood, parenting, being a family man. It's my whole dream. It's my whole life. It's my whole desire. That's the one thing to take from me to hurt me. If I was my worst enemy, if I'm my own worst enemy, and that's all that's ever happened. That's the history. It ain't nothing new. That's what's happened.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Time after time after time. All different reasons. Oh, you like my beat? I made this. It's my song. This is the slow-mo version. There's 2 versions of it. This is the second version. You like it? Yeah. Yup. Yeah, I'm a music producer. I got a whole song to it. It's called Roses. It's a pretty dope song. It's called Roses. I'm glad y'all fucking with the beat though. That's right. When you got what you got, it's because you're in your purpose. And you making my music is a big thing. Me making my music is major. And this is just one default pattern. I got like 6 patterns in here. Oh yeah. The concept is like roses and flowers. I was looking at them as like signs of love, symbols of love. And I was picturing like not just giving a rose to a woman, but like every time I've made love with my partner, every time I've connected with my lover to any degree, that's a rose. And I was like in a song, I'm like, you got a garden full of roses, you know? And life is really beautiful if you look at it that way. It's a garden full of roses. They're not dead. They can't die. These are immortal roses. For every time you've ever made love, and it was real. You see, because for me, it's always real. I don't know if I can speak for everybody else. Think that was amazing? All I got on is what I got on. I got some jeans, Genovias, right? I got on some Walmart whites. This whole fit is Lola. This whole fit is Lola. Jacket. This thing, I don't know. And I got the house shoes from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? This the red velvet. The red velvet. Oh, excuse me. These the Rizzays. These the Ray-Bans. The real Jones. I had to get the gold Jones. I had to go with the gold. You know what I'm saying? And they're like a brown. It's a brown tint to the lens. also got some blueberries. I like the blueberries. It's Burberry. Go ahead. I like it. These ones are nice too. These are groovy. These are for different occasions, but I like these ones. These are ones for like my classes when I'm teaching. These for like when I'm teaching, when I'm doing stuff. Like I need to see. I wanted a pair I could see through, right? And I wanted some pair to stunt with. You know what I'm saying? Or just go out like, these are don't talk to me. These are don't talk to me. These are the, what's up? Nah. They don't know under this I'm secretly like happy as hell. Like you can talk to me. Like I might be walking down the street like this. But they don't know if they're talking to me. Be like, yeah, what's your sign? You guys like the look. I like the look. This is one of my, I like this outfit. I want to go out. I have no reason to go out, so I use the camera. I just be here working, chilling. That's one other thing I wanted to say about the relationship thing is that it's not about this relationship to me. It's about the child. To me, the relationships it is directly in alignment with my purpose. And I think that a past thing that I also learned was I've been focused too much on my work sometimes rather than the relationships. Whereas when I focus on my relationships, I get a lot more rewards. So being with my partners, a lesson. So I learned a lesson from Zoka. That lesson was self-identity. She used to always tell me, I didn't get with you to be with anybody else but you. I need you to start being yourself, because she felt like I was being someone I wasn't. Janae taught me boundaries. I learned heavy things with boundaries. What not to accept and what to accept. And that is a making or breaking point in the relationship. But I feel like breaking points can also be mended. I believe in healing. So anyway, at the end of the day, it depends. It just depends on what's best for you. You know, what's best for your situation in your life and the people in your life. So Janae, I learned boundaries. Velvet, I learned intimacy. The reason why I say that is because I've never been with a partner that I feel like, when was with me, understood me completely. Like, bro. Only thing that this mirror wanted was for me to look at it. And it's a very beautiful mirror, very beautiful image, very beautiful reflection. And I just didn't always look in the mirror. And I feel like I learned intimacy from her because there was nothing really wrong in our relationship. The worst thing was my inability to really commit enough mentally.
No, Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. That's not the worst thing. The worst thing would be, if it is true, and I'm assuming it is because you have not addressed it publicly, is that you abused baby Eliana and broke her tooth. That's the worst thing.
To really commit enough mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to invest in all of those areas, to where I'm looking at this mirror for different reasons rather than what I believe it to already be. I mean, that girl has fashion sense, so she always dressed up very well. I always look really nice too. Effortless. You got the same forehead thing. It's weird. I didn't do that. I did not do that. I did in a sense, but I didn't. We have a child. I'm always going to want to be there for my child. the best way that I can see me being there for my child is in a partnership with her. But if it's not in a partnership with her, I'm always going to want to be there for my child. So I'm not going to go anywhere. And I'm not going to get worse. I'm only going to get better. I'm only going to get better. I'm not going to get worse. That's a fact. You have 2 daughters. I don't know the gender of my second child. I had 2 daughters. I have baby Love. She was a girl. Big chunky girl. Big healthy chunky girl. Then we had Azuli. Another healthy beautiful baby. Just like his daddy. Mother's amazing too. Don't get it twisted. That child's going to be raised very well for how things are going so far. And I'm always going to want to be there for Azuli. I don't know if Velvet even got the money I sent her. I don't know. I'm nervous to send more. I don't know if she's going to get... I got a link to a list. But I'm like, I want to support her in a better way. And then I don't want to send the money or buy off a whole list. And then what? It's used as a bad thing or seen as a negative thing. And I'm like, come on. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot by honestly supporting. It's honest. I really just want to do it. But I want to do what's best for her. So I'd rather just send her the money. That's my thing. Without communication or even knowing it's going to the right place, I'm nervous. But I've done it already. I took the risk already. Janae's gonna always be taken care of. Janae's always gonna be fine. Azuli's always gonna be fine. They're always gonna be taken care of. Because Daddy always gonna be doing what he gotta do. Mommy's gonna be doing what she gotta do. My children got some solid parents. My children got some gangster ass parents. Let me refill my cup. That's all you had to say, brother. I did not know. It sounds good to me. Oh, it's good. It's my favorite coconut water. I done tried all kind of coconut waters. I've been to all kind of places. I done tried all kind of coconut water. It's the best one. It's my favorite one, personally. It got like a honey taste to it. But what were we saying? Can somebody bring me back to what we were talking about? I think I was being grateful. I think I was appreciating myself. I don't know. So I was doing something grateful. Being honest. That's right. I'm always going to be there for my child. I'm always going to do what I can to be there for my child. My children. And they family and they brothers and sisters, that's my family too. I want to make sure they all straight. Everybody. But I can't do that if I don't make sure I'm straight. So guess what I do every day? I make sure I'm straight. Oh yeah, we high. Off of grapes. We high off of grapes. With the seeds in them. Yeah. I flush my system with jungle rainwater. I eat all vegan.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
I drink juices and smoothies primarily. I work out every day. I meditate every day. I journal. Not every day, but I journal. I journal, nigga. I do it. I don't do it every day. I probably should do it some more. I'm hiding this because I was crying. Y'all can't see that. I was about to cry again. I've been a crybaby lately, man. Roses, yeah. Yo. So, can we show some love to number one daughter of mine and her mother, Zoka? Jayon Marie, excuse me. Her mother, Jayon. And me. Let's give some love to baby love. She came to me in a dream and she touched me and she told me and she showed me that all the love that she was inside of me. And whenever I think of her, it's a shortcut. Straight to love. It's a shortcut. She became a shortcut for me. I think of her, and nothing else matters. That's the way, everything about it. I think of baby love. I think of my first daughter. Oh, I could do anything. Because I'll go through anything and I'll do anything for her. For that. And she's around me at all times, watching. That's how I see it. She's always watching me. Love. Daddy, is that what I should be doing? Thinking before I make a decision. If I had my daughter right here, would I do this? Would I do that? I'd be living this life. This is what I would be doing if I had my daughter love with me right now. This is how I would be living. This is what I would be doing. Teaching, being authentic, healing, living, loving. Building, growing, and evolving. That's what me and Baby Love will be doing. So, let's give some shout out to Baby Love. Love you, baby girl. Put some flowers in the room for her. Love wins. And that's where that comes from. It comes from her. So, secondly, we got first and in the middle, first and second at the same time. We got baby girl Azuli Rose Nevaeh. Hey, Azuli Rose Nevaeh. This beautiful baby girl looks like a monk. She looks like me. Look at my haircut. That little girl's a little me. And she got she got some of her mother features. And we're gonna see how personality is. And she's got the right energies. She's good. I'm proud of that one already. It's a little Nikola Tesla. It's a little genius right there. I want to see what she do with it though. I already know what she's gonna do to a degree, but I can't wait to see. Beautiful, strong, healthy baby. Shout out to Janae for being such a great mother. Healthy mother, strong woman, powerful woman. See you. And it's only respect from over here. And when I text them and when I call them, it's this same respect right here. It's not fake. It's who I've become. It's who I am. It's who I've always been. I just let go of all the other stuff. All the other ego. Letting go of all the other ego lets me get back to me. I'm a Taurus South Node. I'm a Taurus Venus. I'm a Jupiter Sagittarius. I'm a Gemini with a Gemini Mercury. If you know what any of that means, grow's supposed to be on. Naturally. But I seek spirituality. This is just the foundation. My foundation was not there because I wasn't focused on my spiritual insight. Now that I was forced to be alone, and I was forced to develop these things under an immense pressure, great pressure, I am indeed a diamond. Kudos to that. And the Zuli, that's the same genes you got, baby girl. And I'm not talking about these devils. I'm not talking about Genovia. I'm talking about Genesis. Me and your mother, yo, you something other. Spiritual. That girl's so spiritual and intellectual. She came out aware. Like, she came out. If I have a child, my first child came out aware. She came out talking about, what's up? I see you. Like, yo. Oh, I get to, like, my child. Woo. I'm so proud of them. They didn't even do nothing. Oh my God. I gotta put these back on now. Oh, Zuli. Zuli, Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Everything I'm doing is for you. I want you to have your brothers and your sisters. I want you to, have your mother for sure. I want you to have your father. And I want you to have you. And I want you to have God. And you're going to have all those things. But no, Daddy prays for that. And Daddy thinks about that with you. In his most righteous heart and mind. And because of that, he makes sure that he's a complete tool, an instrument to be that high frequency, the highest frequency that can be embodied as a plateau for your.
All right, y'all, I got questions. How in the heck did Velvet and Janae allow themselves to, one, be in a relationship with this dude, and two, get pregnant by him? Like, how did that happen, y'all?
Highest frequency that can be embodied as a plateau for your standard. And it will always be accessible to you as long as you reach for Daddy's hand. Anytime you reach for Daddy's hand, you go straight to the loving lands. That's who I need to be, and that's who I'm becoming. That's who I am. You see my focus, my vision, and my purpose? Nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with food. Nothing to do with items. Self-growth and evolution. Healing. Gratitude. Joy. Love. These are just words. But to do it and to feel it, there's a reason why we breathed in the beginning. There's a reason why we choose to see the best in these people. This is where my tears come from. Love. This is like this is worth unicorn blood. This is like, this shit right here, these tears. Boy. Some high frequency shit. Thinking of the love that I have for my daughter. Making me cry every time. Joy. Third child, still in the belly of the mother, so My way of really wanting to be there is by making sure the mother's having the best time possible. Rubbing her belly, loving on her. And my relationship with Velvet was my most real relationship as far as intimacy goes. That's just a record by me from my perspective and my dating life and history. That right there was something that was compatible. It could be Gemini, Aquarius, that's, outcast, I don't know what that you want to call it. For that person right there, man, I feel like we can take over the whole world and give it back to them and then do what we want in it. That's how I see her. And it's not just about that. It's just the fact that I know we can accomplish purpose and get through everything on our own. So what happens when these two things get together? What happens when an unstoppable sword meets an unpenetrable shield? And then what happens when they're one? What happens when they work together? So I'll be thinking about shit like that. Those things be incentives to me. Those things be real incentives to me.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy, and I love this book.
Shouldn't be maybe she's good pregnant. I don't know, man. They gonna do what they do. I don't know what they're gonna do. All I know is that I have to forgive everything. You guys understand that? Oh my gosh, take these back off. Y'all gotta understand that. In this life, you're going to have to forgive everything if you really want your heart to be free. But it's not about forgiving everything. It's about letting go of the idea that there's something to forgive. When you're in love, in the moment, you're not going to be thinking about what a person did to you. There's a toxic form of love where we give what we can give based on how we look at certain people, which is based on who we are. And it's toxic. You have a toxic relationship with the common person outside of your door. You have a toxic relationship with the neighborhood. Okay, let's fix that before we try to raise our child. Has anybody thought about that? I'm sure a lot of people have, and a lot of people do things about that. Community activities and things like that, but I'm just saying. Let's stop running from everything and start looking at ourselves and start realizing, bro, I just want to be the best me for me. That's enough. That journey in itself is everything. That is life. So my next child right here, they're going to be getting the best of me. From wherever we are and however it's set up in destiny. All I know is that I'm going to stay connected to the divine and maintain this clarity. Moving with a heart that's genuine, pure, full of love and sincerity. Yeah, I got a lot of gifts, but I'm out here sharing. I think that a lot of people confuse the word love with caring. It's two different things. It's something that you hold within and it's seen. It's a light, so it gleams. Your actions gonna make me... Hold on, I was gonna say the word sheen, but that's like makes me think of hair. Yo, not too much. No, they're amazing. She's amazing. I don't know what anybody could be saying anything about them, but they're amazing. I'm just talking about, she came with a certain peace in her last life, and I thought that was really cool. Because it clearly shows, she said she was breathing. There's certain things that if you do, that's the same thing. I'm like, bro, she's a mirror. We're twinning again. I'm doing the same thing over here, just alone. You just got all the kids. When it should be like, you're asking for help. And I'm like, able male, stability, healed, healing continuously, just like everybody else, but lined up to purpose. And if you're gonna pick a person in your relationship, whoever's watching this, know your purpose. And if what they're doing is in alignment with your purpose, great. Guess what my revelations are? Is that my name is Solar. I am a teacher. Before anything, I'm a light. Before anything, I'm a light of God. Number one, I'm a light, just like you. Before anything, you're a light, your consciousness, your energy, your electromagnetic energy. You are here statically, and you are here magnetically, in motion as well, at the same time. It's called free will. So I'm light before anything, and understanding that and working with that as a primary root, is a major place to start for anybody. Next thing I am is a teacher. I'm a teacher because the best teacher is the best student. So I'm always learning. I'm always learning and I'm always teaching. And did you know that when you teach, you're actually exploring your mind and making new connections, and you're learning in a new way. So as you teach, you do learn. So it's important to teach as you learn something. Teach what you do know. It reinforces it. So there is a beauty to being a teacher and a student. Every student is a teacher. Every teacher is a student. And you got to be able to just harness that middle point. And I do that very well with my Gemini, Sagittarius, opposition energies where they are. So I'm a teacher. It's me. There's no straw man involved. After that, I'm a father. What I have become as a teacher, realizing to be a father is to be an example of the teachings, like more so on a higher degree, on a higher level of mastery, to where it's like stamped and proven and shown over time. And I know that now, like, the universe has been marking me off in like crazy ways. Like, bro, yes, it's the timing is ridiculous. The things that happen are ridiculous. This happens from brain-heart coherence. When you're connected to the divine. Most people are having a heart-stomach or heart-root coherence where it's just their body is running and governing everything. And spirit's like, yo, but we want to do this. But you're stuck doing all this other stuff. Having this freaking drug party with your hormones. Having low vibration emotions. Because you won't forgive or let go of something or negative perspective that you could just heal if you would just allow it to be.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
What it was, and allow people to grow, and to find your own growth there, and to want to heal ultimately anything, because you don't want to be around anybody and it's a problem. Everything around you should be all good all the time. And you should be holding that vibe. The moment you think somebody else got that different vibe, that's you. It's called projecting. It's called projecting. I see the love in everybody. When I go out, I just gotta, because that's what I'm on. So when I see somebody, I'm not thinking they're about to snake me. I can't do that. That puts me on that vibration. I'm not there. I lived there long enough, I'm gonna see it. Those are the things I come from, so I know what it took to get away from it. I know how I used to think in it, to know how I think outside of it now. Certain things, you gotta understand y'all power, man. Y'all power is amazing. Yeah, wait till you see my new hair. My new hair gonna be crazy because my new hair is gonna be wavy and curly. I'm gonna be looking smooth, suavemente. I'll be looking real good in a minute, boy. When my hair get curly, it's starting to frill up already. It's already starting to frill up. But I cut it low when I cut it. But that's good. This is all success hair. This is all level up hair. This is all love hair. It's a new me. It's a new me. I've evolved. It's not a costume. I don't need this. It's a new me. It's a new me. Like, I'm getting bigger too. Like, I'm getting bigger in general. I'm getting bigger in general. I'm getting fat.
Now, I know Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. ain't sitting up here talking about he getting big. Y'all, where he getting big at? The only thing that I see big on this boy is his Squidward-looking head. That's it.
Bigger in general. I'm getting fat. Turning the muscle. You know what I'm saying? I be working out. I do. I be working out. I be hitting the gyms. I be doing my yogas. I be breathing. I be doing my thing. I love to have fun. I love to act. Like, I embrace all the things I love to do. I act when I want to act. I just embrace it because that's my time to practice it. It's when I feel like doing it. Other than that, I'll be on the phone. I'll be healing other people. Like, when I say I heal other people, I mean I'll be fixing perspectives. I'll be helping them look at things in different ways. He gonna rock that Jerry curl. Man, I ain't doing a Jerry curl again. I'm gonna do locks again, but they just gonna be different. Hold on, I wanna wear this jacket. I wanna wear it how I was wearing it. Let me see, fat, wear. So I was happy because I looked at myself, I'm like, yo, you switched to eating completely vegan, but you get to eat a lot. So, I'm getting bigger. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I wasn't holding it in. It was just there. I'm like, am I getting fat? Don't tell me I gotta hit a treadmill. I don't want to hit the treadmill. I usually go in the gym and do a mile in the beginning, but I don't always do that anymore. So I'm like, I gotta start. I don't want to run because I don't feel like I need to lose it. I feel like I need more. I'm like, yeah, more to work with. So I'm about to, keep working out. Just keep working out, getting bigger, getting stronger, getting smarter. Man, when I be off and emotional, you know what I do? I study. I'll go study something. I'll go elevate my mind from where I was at last time. I go improve. It's called Kaizen. Jujutsu Kaisen. It's called Kaisen. It's when you choose to improve at least 1% every day. It's not about being invincible. It's about being unstoppable. I choose to, as long as I'm progressing at least 1% that way every day onto my purpose, bro, it was a successful day. Everything else around me don't need to be perfect. I've already made my points in these videos. I've already said what I need to say. I really don't need to do. I'm allowed to continue to live and do things. This could have been a 24-hour streaming day. Who knows? Who cares? At the end of the day, just liberate yourself, man. Have a little bit of fun. It's a high vibration. It's a high vibe.
All right, y'all. Go ahead and drop me a comment. Smash the heck out of that like button and share. Thank you guys in advance.
You could be blocking yourself from manifesting the best things and the best life just by having fun now. Just a little bold. I'll pray one day. Maya, you want to give me more to work with than that? These kids and baby mamas can't do half the things he gets to do because they do have his help. No, they do have my help. It's just my help is rejected. I'm not... You gotta understand, the situation is, if I showed you my text threads with these women, you would clap for me. You'd be like, damn, you really are trying everything that you can. You can see when I was blocked, when I was unblocked. It's not to be shady, it's to say that I'm making every effort that I can. I'm as polite as I could possibly be. I'm as responsible and I have as much self-accountability. And so I'll come off as a person who's chasing. But I'm really healing. And so I'll come off as I'm chasing, but I'm really healing. And, being blocked and having to deal with the response of whatever the response is, no matter how mature I come across, no matter how much money I offer or how much I send, it's always made clear to me they don't care about the money, they don't need anything from me, but I better be sending it. And then there's the other aspect of it where I just don't want you in my life. I never want to see you ever again. I've experienced that from all of my exes, at least once. But that always ends, and it always opens up again, and the cycle has been that it happens again. But the cycle didn't come from them. The cycle came from how I was in the relationships. There was lessons I had to learn with them to make them successful from what I could do. And with Velvet, unfortunately, what was lacking was just that much more, I think, attention to the relationship rather than my work, or rather than what I felt needed attention, like the houses and the things like that, because everything ended up coming together divinely anyway. And a lot of the time I spent working could have been spent with her and the girls. And I feel like that was a major lesson for me in that one. That's an easy solution. If it started back there, that would have been a major route. We wouldn't have gotten to all the other areas we got into if I started with that commitment. So I had a fear of commitment from a number of other things. So it's unfortunate that I was in that place at a space and time. Yes, I agree with you. And the results of that is where we are today. So I'm an example of someone who chooses to heal from that space and acknowledge where it comes from and the situation in its reality, in that same gravity, and realize that even now, I've sent recently, I've met them at the phones right here, messages to make sure, before I make my next investments, to continue to have money, for everybody, that they got what they need now. And I just can't get through to either one of them, even through their friends. And I tried, I didn't go crazy, I didn't do too much. I did enough. I was very polite, very kind, and very mature, very responsible. Not even OD. I'll be OD on the lives. Like on the messages, I'll be trying to put it all in the message, and then just boom, leave it there, because I already know we ain't about to have a conversation. Because if we do have a conversation, or if we do talk on the phone, we're going to fuck around and heal the whole situation. And I know that. If either one of them call me, we're going to be able to fix everything. Everybody's going to be taken care of. Unless I'm treated from a toxic perspective. If you come at me like I am the worst person, like the worst villain in the world's ever seen, it doesn't matter how nice I am. You're gonna look at me like that and treat me like that. It doesn't hurt me, it hurts you and everything else that could be. Whereas if we just let go of our egos, or we let God take over, you can allow things to flow in a different way. So much abundance and support. Like Velvet's situation, it's not to say I could take care of it and overrun it with money, but it's to address what you said. Like you said, this is so sad. These kids and the baby mama can't do half the thing he gets to do. Bro, you know what's so funny? I don't spend any more than what I was I was spending way more than what I spent on me. So I spent this much on me. I could spend way more. But I don't, because I got reserves and I got other things moving and other investments to where, you know what I'm saying? There's already a category for the children and their mothers. And then there's another category for gifts that I want to continue to give to people. I've been giving out thousands of dollars to people. Don't play with me. At the end of the day, they can have the support that they need. They could have everything that they need, but I don't want to come to this like it's a business proposition, like it's about that. So I keep making sure that it's about the standard and it's about the love from within. And it's about the real healing. It's not about healing long enough to get me what I want. It's about really, really, really yo, this is real. Like now, everything that she's experienced with Lihio from her lifetime, that gets combined and confuzzled with everything that we went through and added to her memory of how it went and from her shoes. And I get mixed all of that, put into a ball, called toxic, called a Lihio, and thrown out the window. That's not fair to who I am and what I've done and what I'm becoming. the reality. Me and Lehio are extremely different. We do have a ton of similarities, but we got more differences. You see, we're like polar opposites. Although we could be almost like the same thing, no. Hot and cold. The heart is in two different places on that one. One's balanced, the other one's not. I'm not saying that I don't go through phases and I don't fall, but I know that I'm here. It's about maintaining the balance. Not about being toxic and saying I'm better than you. So it's so sad that I'm trying to do all of this bullshit work and building so that I can just say, bro, I got us. What are we doing? Like, I got us. Like, can we build everything that we've ever wanted? Can we just have patience and heal and build everything that we've ever wanted? But I don't care if I look like I'm begging or pleading. I'm the nigga who will write you a love letter. I'm the dude who pull up on the unicorn with the motherfucking armor on in a boombox talking about let it burn. Like, thinking like something like Jay Holiday playing the Jay Holiday game. I can't breathe when you talk to me. I suffocate when you away from me. So much love you take from me. I'm going out of my mind. Hold on. I can't breathe when you talk to me. I'm playing with y'all, man. I'm playing. I love Jay Holiday, bro. Jay Holiday got some good music. I think Jay Holiday had some really good music. Oh, but yeah, that's that to answer that one question. He off the shrooms. No, actually, I just like to wear my jacket like this. This has always been my thing. It's just always been my thing. I'll be out there if I got a jean jacket. Whenever I got a jean jacket, I just like to wear it like this. It's just me. Yeah, I've been like this like since high school. It's always been like this. I just like to have a free arm. I like to be able to do stuff, move things around without it being a big issue. You know what I'm saying? Not having the tightness in my jacket. I don't know. I just like it. Whatever. I believe you because it happens to most men. It make it difficult. I don't think it's that they're making it difficult. I feel like there's not enough tools and resources or mature women or mature men around to guide us the way that we need to be guided. I feel like part of this renaissance is us stepping up to that plate and being the leaders of how to heal. You got to do something different. We got to come together. The cycle is to split. To break the cycle is going to be to come together on some powerful stuff, on some generational kingdom, powerful. And that's for everybody to think about for themselves. And your family unit alone is enough. Make sure your family is upgraded by making sure you're the most upgraded thing in the family. Don't expect it from them unless you can give it to them. So I want to give it to them, and I want to help them get it, and I want us to continue to have it and give it and share it so that everybody else can have it. Love. That's what I want to do. And that's what I want my children to do. That's what I do with my wife, my lover. You know, I know who I desire and who I want, but I'm also open to what God is wanting me to do. You know, what God's wanting me to do is just focus on myself and work on myself and make that the clear message and let everything else go. So that's what I've done. You know, I had to do that for me. I got to do that for myself. And I just stay in love and I just be happy all day and I just be working and grateful at the beach in the sunlight. Just enjoy myself. And they are supposed to have everything that I got. That's why I got it. I got it to give it to them. No, I don't attach any strings to the money. That's the interesting part. I do think that the one thing I will say about the money is that I kind of have given it to people as a reward of being a good person in my life, an honest and genuine person in my life. I like to give money as a reward and just like, here, bro, you did. Like, my nigga, like, you was really there. So it do be like a reward. They don't have to be with you. It's not about just providing for the kids. It's about what you're providing for the kids. Provide healed parents.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.